So here's my update, and so far we're still not done. Alright guys, so today is July 17th and I have another update for you. A bunch of you have been asking for me to provide an update on what's going on with the Jeep Rubicon JL. It's a 2018 that we're having major issues with, and the dealer and FCA is so far unable to repair any of those issues or solve the problem. What started out to be a small oil leak and a tick in the motor has become a huge problem already. And I would appreciate if you guys would subscribe and also share this with other people if you get a chance to, of how FCA is handling our situation. By FCA, I mean Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. Here in the United States, they are screwing the pooch with our Jeep, and it's taking forever, and we don't even know what the verdict's going to be. But I have an update on our car as of now. So today, July 17th, it has officially been sent to the legal department at FCA from the case manager to the legal department, in which turn the case manager will no longer be contacting us. It is now going to be up to the legal department to keep in touch with us and go back and forth with us. There's a lot of things I got to say, and if you watched my previous two videos, you will know so far what we've been dealing with. And right now the condition of the vehicle is that it's in shambles and it's all taken apart. The motor is completely ripped apart. Still in the Jeep, but it's completely ripped apart. I'll post some pictures that I took at the dealership a couple of days ago. So to backtrack about the dealer is actually doing their job. They're pulling through. They're pulling their strings together. It took them a little while, but they are getting their shit in order, and they're actually trying to reach out to FCA and the service manager along with our service advisor. They're trying to do as much as they can as far as they're telling us. They have now reached out to FCA stating that they're going to start doing the buyback process on our Jeep Rubicon. They are keeping on top of calling us, ordering parts, keeping us up with the updates, and again, they started all the paperwork. Last you heard about the Jeep, I think they were doing some hand cranking and found that the camshaft wasn't spinning. They contacted the field rep for Chrysler, and the field rep has suggested replacing the left side, I believe. I think it's the left side, but for some reason they have the whichever side off. I don't remember exactly for sure now, but the entire head. They ordered the parts, I believe, 3 times now. They have reached those parts. They have gotten those parts. Every time they ordered, they got the wrong side. They ordered both sides, they still got the wrong parts from the FCA, whoever is supplying them with parts. The manager himself was already getting frustrated that they continuously are getting the wrong parts, but regardless of the point, if the car's even fixed, chances are of it being the way that it should be, being a new car, is probably not going to be the same. So we have decided that we are going to push for a buyback or a replacement, and we're going to go with this all the way. I'm going to keep you guys updated what it takes. I've read horror stories. I've heard real good success. As of now, we don't have the attorney involved at this point right now. He suggested for us to wait and see what FCA offers us, and if it's not going to make us happy, then at that point he will step in and help us out. The next thing that I wanted to talk about, and I got like a whole list here, about FCA. The case managers are useless, absolutely useless. Jeep Wave, the whoever was handling our case, no callbacks. If you call them and you ask to find out what's going on with your case, they just give you the run through. Oh, this is what happened, and they leave it at that. We will give you a call within 1 to 2 business days. Never heard a call back. Got to the point where we're trying to contact the manager. This is days of calling. Since I've made the last video, I've been calling pretty much every single day. The second time we asked, we almost got in touch with the manager. The manager was supposed to call us back within 30 minutes because they were talking to another customer, and it ended up being that we never got a call, and that was last Friday. So we called back on Monday. One of our case manager was continuously unavailable. We haven't heard from her for a week. She claimed multiple times that she can't get in touch with us because our phones are not working or whatever. Regardless, the fact every time we call her, it says that she's at home because they have like this whole automated thing or whatever. Finally, we got a voicemail saying that as of today, it is being sent to the legal department. Is it? I don't know. So as of now, we are basically sitting ducks waiting, trying to find out what the hell is going on. If we are going to get an offer for a buyback, if we're not going to get an offer for a buyback. I've heard horror stories. I've heard that people are they're using a company called Stericycle, which gives you the runaround. We only have 7,000 miles on our Jeep, so I don't know what they're going to claim, whether they're going to claim that we've already used the vehicle far enough and they're going to deduct us for the miles and all that stuff. We're going to try to fight it. We're going to try to push on pushing, and worst it comes, to this point where we're going to get our attorney involved. And at this point, I mean, legally in our state here in Illinois, the vehicle is considered a lemon. They've not only that they've tried to fix it multiple times without returning the vehicle to us. We haven't brought it back in, but there was multiple things that they were doing to it to try to fix it. They were unable to get the issue resolved. And then at the end of it all, the parts are not coming in. Now they're saying another 30-ish something days for the parts to come in. As far as that goes, I mean, we're paying for a brand new car. We're still making payments on it, and we don't get to use it. We have a loaner. So we'll see what they say. I mean, it's a really shitty situation because we've had like 2 months of perfect weather, non-rainy, sunshine, beautiful weather that we could have been cruising around and taking our planned trips, but we had to cancel everything and leaving it at that. So once again, I'm going to try to keep this somewhat short, but as of now, we still don't have our Jeep, and FCA has been really hard to deal with, I've had issues with my Ford where parts weren't available for my 2016 Super Duty. Called them, and they told me that a manager will get in touch with me within 1 or 2 business days with a solution. They called me a day before saying that they're working on the solution, and the manager called me the following day after that and said, you know what, your parts were expedited and we'll be at the dealer tomorrow. Hopefully that resolves your issues. Please go take care of your issue at the dealer. They did what they said that they were supposed to do. FCA, I cannot get a hold of anybody. I cannot get any answers. Everything is hush hush. I asked what the legal department is going to do, what the whole process is for a buyback. They're not telling me anything whatsoever. Everything is on the hush hush. And even the legal department, you cannot get in touch with them unless they call you, unless they're the ones to reach out to you. I've asked multiple times to try to call the legal department to find out what the hell is going on, why they're the first time that they sent it in and why it did not get accepted. And it seems that our case is getting transferred from department to department, and we're dealing with all these different case managers that are stepping in and sending it back to the original one, and it's getting nowhere. So in turn, to tell you honestly, at this point, I would tell people to either hold off on the JL until the major issues are figured out, or avoid it at all, because you might get lucky with the whole thing of having absolutely no issues like a lot of people are, or you're gonna get screwed because it's the first run and they're still working out all the issues and they just don't give a shit if it's you or not or who it is. But dealing with them, it seems like they're behind on stuff, and it's so unorganized, it's so hush hush, and they're trying to keep you out of the loop as much as possible and drag it out. But we're not giving up. Me and my wife are gonna see this through, that we either get a new one or a replacement, or we're gonna get the buyback, and take her money and run. So I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching, and cross your fingers that we'll get our JL back soon, and get to enjoy some of the leftover summer that we're possibly going to be left with, maybe a couple of weeks of it if we're going to get it back or get a new one. So thanks for watching, and later guys.